Hey guys, it's Tiffany here, and I'm working on building a table for my mom, and it's windy and it's a beautiful day, and I wanted to be outside and film, so that's what I'm doing. Here's what we're starting out with. I have this, which is a bottom to a bed frame that was given to me. It's all solid wood, and they were just going to throw it out, and I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and take that because it's all wood and you don't just throw away wood when you're around me. I will take it. So this is the frame. I'm going to deconstruct that and use these inside pieces here, about 3 feet. These 2x4, so I'm going to use these, and then I'm going to use this piece of about quarter-inch plywood, and I do have some particle board that I might also use for reinforcement for underneath, but this is going to be the tabletop. Those are going to make the legs. So, yeah. Wish me luck.
So I'm just going to show this sped up, and I am voicing over some parts of this video, realizing on during the editing that some of my audio is choppy with the mic that I was using with my phone. So if you hear voiceover, that's why. And I am all sinusy and nasty. It's been, later in this video, you'll hear me say it was a Monday from hell. It's been a week from hell. And I am actually off work tonight. I called in. I feel terrible, but I'm sitting here voicing over, so it's not that big a deal, right? So I just, taking that apart and making sure I didn't step on any of those nails because it was my luck that day. This is the board, the plywood, and I am going in with my really long ruler to measure, make sure it's about 16 by 30 that I'm going to cut this. I do use a second piece of plywood that I found that I had. None of these pieces are in great shape. They're weathered, they're old, they've been out to the elements. Again, this is not meant to be this is not meant to be an heirloom piece. It's going to be my mom's indoor potting table. So we're working with what we got, and I'm cutting off, I'm trying to salvage like the best pieces of the boards. Just taking my measurements. And I am going from the straight edge and measuring in, going, as far down to make sure that I have an even cut. Here I'm just clamping that long ruler down to give me a guide for my circular saw. These clamps I got from Amazon. They are from the store WorkPro, and let me just tell you, I absolutely love these things. Yes, they are pink, and no, I didn't buy them pink because I'm a girl. They have an entire line of pink ribbon tools, and portions of that go to the National Breast Cancer Foundation, which is why I got those. I mean, and they're cute. Anyway. I'll link them in the description box for you. Definitely check out their stuff. They've got all kinds of great tools. These weren't that expensive, actually. I was rather shocked. I think it was like $40, $50 for the set. There's 4 6-inch and 2 12-inch clamps. Very sturdy, nice and heavy. I just really enjoyed them. And away we go. Just giving it a chop. This is what I have to work outside with, and it's not ideal, but I don't have any sawhorses, so WorkPro, if you're watching, I would be happy if you would like to sponsor me and let me have those saw horses you have in your store, because they are awesome and I really need them. But there we go. That's that. So there's the first part done, and I have the second piece of plywood I will also cut, and I will attach those together. Right now I have the top two pieces. I have them clamped together with all of my Work Pro clamps. I've got a nice thick layer of wood glue between, and I've screwed in the corners, and I have 2 screws in the center. Those 2 will probably stay, but I'll take out the other screws after the glue has all set up and everything. And then I will sand and stain that after it's all done. Next, cutting these pieces. So I'm using my special walnut Varathane wood stain. This is going to be my top. And I don't know if you can see that. I have edge banding on there. Right now I have my boards measured. Now it's just time to cut away. This is like the second day. I think it was like Tuesday. I don't know, it might be Wednesday. I can't really tell. So I'm just using my miter saw just to give these a straight cut.
That looks pretty spot on right there.
Now each one of these pieces is 35.5 inches. So I measured 2 feet. So the long part will be the length of the legs, and the short part there will be the cross braces.
That was fun.
This is basically what they're going to look like. So I'm just going to attempt to use a pocket hole jig, but that didn't work out, and I'll tell you all about that in a minute.
All right. Okay, so I scrapped the pocket hole idea because these were just janky, and my air conditioner just kicked on. So I just went a completely different route. Just screwed them together with some, like, I think I have 2-inch screws and 3-inch screws in there. So that's just what we're going to do. Just using my corner clamps, Gorilla Wood glue, and then I will, not from here, drill in there into these bottom ones, and this will be on the bottom or on the top. This will go up against the thing, and then the other one that's all jacked up, that'll go on the floor. So when life hands you lemons, you throw them in a bowl and drink tequila, right? So there we go. That's what I'm going to do. And then, so the next part you'll see probably tomorrow will be painting these. I'm not going to do I'm exhausted. It's been a day. It's been a day. So I will see you tomorrow. All right. Here's the legs. Look, I'm not a professional. I'm a broke girl. Okay. I know nothing about this stuff. I'm just throwing it together. And like I said, this isn't meant to be an heirloom piece. It's just going to be for gardening. But I am learning new things. To not buy cheap pocket hole jigs, and if I'm going to do these things to fill all of the gaps and not just the holes with my wood filler. So anyway, it's Friday. It's Monday. It's been a Monday from hell. In Murphy's Law, in kind today. If it can go wrong, it will. So I'm going to paint this. And tomorrow, hopefully, finish the whole thing, assemble it, and get that done. So I'm going to use this Rust-Oleum hammered paint in black to give it hopefully a metal look. After checking it out today, realizing that these legs are way thick for the tabletop that I built, but my mom was pretty happy with how it's turning out so far, and that's all that matters because it's going to be for her anyway. So let me start painting.
You can see, kind of, you can almost see the texture of it. It's memo to me, memo to you. If you use this paint, wear gloves. It is super sticky and it does not want to come off. It just does not want to come off. But it gives an awesome texture. I did not know how sticky it was, how messy it was. And you can kind of see just there the texture that it leaves. It's, it's supposed to look like hammered metal, so it's bumpy, and it looks really cool. I would definitely recommend if you're looking for a paint to give you like a metal look, a weathered metal look like that. This is definitely some good stuff. It was like $20 for the pint or something like that from Amazon. I'll link that below too. I love Rust-Oleum.
Okay, now I'm finally in the final stretch of getting this table done. So the top is done. The legs are done. So I only have one step left. Put the two together.
So these are actually the bottoms. And yeah, that's the bottom. The tops will be, of course, on the other side, but I'm trying to determine how I want to put them on, and I thought I was going to do this. So I'm drilling 3 holes in each, and I will screw them down. And like I said, I thought I was going to bring them in on the sides, but I decided not to do that, as you'll see in a minute. I'm just measuring in about 3/4 on each side to get that centered. And as you can see, I have decided to move those legs out to the ends of the tabletop. As chunky as they are, it looked better from a distance instead of them being like closer to each other underneath, if that makes sense. I've learned many things in this process. Okay, I've never actually built a table with any kind of legs or anything like that. I didn't follow anybody's instructions. I just kind of went for it. All of this stuff, I had all this stuff on hand. This table is practically free. The only thing I actually bought for this, aside from the wood filler, was the paint. So I'm just drilling my pilot holes for my screws, and I will try to countersink them, get a little more length out of it, because they're a little too short, I think, for the job, but I didn't have any that were the right length that I actually needed. But yeah, aside from the wood filler and the paint, I mean, all of my other materials were free. I had them on hand already. And I don't know that I would consider the wood filler and the paint to be part of it, because I will use them in many other projects, I'm sure, especially that hammered paint, because it's super cool. Super messy, but super cool. And the wood filler, I mean, you always need wood filler, right? So I guess, you know, the cost would be negligible at this point if you're trying to divide it and do all the math, you know, like $30 for the wood filler and the paint together. And I used just a fraction of that. So it might be 75 cents in total. I don't know. I don't feel like doing the math right now. So practically free table. Is it a fail is the question here. And before I screw these in, I will wood glue. I didn't paint the underside of those where it's going against the bottom there. So I will wood glue and screw together.
Alrighty, it is now about 6 o'clock. It's starting to get dark, the sun's going down, and I am basically done. Okay. I have wood glue, and then I screwed them on. So I'm going to leave those clamped overnight. Pardon the junk pickup truck. It's my husband's recycling bin, apparently. So yeah, I'm going to let this sit. I guess I'm going to take it in the house to dry. But yeah, that's pretty much done. And next you'll see how it looks in the space.
Now I have this staged and set up in my house. Next week will be a part 2 involving this table. So stick around for that and you'll see it in my mom's space with all of the things that she's going to be doing with it. But that's how the tabletop turned out. It looks pretty darn good to me. I like it, and she really liked it too when she saw it. But it was an interesting build, and my apologies now for this being uploaded late. It's been a week, but there it is, ready to be used however you like. And there's those thick legs. I think if the tabletop was a little longer and a little bigger or thicker, that would have looked better, but it's pretty cool. But yeah, you guys let me know. Is this a DIY fail? Leave it in the comments. Give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell if this is stuff that you like to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great weekend. Take care, y'all. Bye.